Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow founders from all over the world. We are so excited to have you here with us today to listen to our two Michaels today, right? We have engineer Michael Ojong, and we're gonna have a special guest, Michael Williams, this week. So we plan to have a great show for you. Oh, let me put my video. Yes, we have a wonderful show for you. We're going to Michael he will speak from his heart. All right. Michael comes to us from Canada. He's been with ONPASSIVE for a good while now, and he just knows on.
You are muted.
I got muted.
Sorry.
Michael, yes.
Michael
is so very helpful. Oh my God, we're getting the echo again. Where it's coming from.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Nice. Please, can you? I'll just force mute everybody. Then I go. Sorry. If sometimes you'll be paying for these things and you don't even know what's going on, right? I pay for 1,500 every month, every year. It's yearly, so but it happens that we don't even have up to the capacity, which is the basic one is 100, which is free. But this has used it for schooling I teach, so I don't know why it had to happen like that. So, like I say.
So hopefully it's cleared up now, right? We're going to be all right now. We're going to be able to add as many people. Okay,
yes, ma'am. Thank you. So we said our heart goes to the people in Buffalo County in New York. Yesterday there was a shootout that led to the death of 10 people on the spot. Then 3 people were critically ill. That was from the sheriffs and the authorities right there. They had to tell us all of that. With the mayor of the city. Our heart goes to the families there in the United States. So for today, we have wasted a lot of time there because the technical difficulties, but it's okay. We see on track. So I'll be giving you people a presentation about our data center, what it's all about, talk about the C panel. Then we go to, excuse me, some questions and answers to our guest of honor who is here with us today. So I'll go straight to our presentation of our multi data centers that is coming up by ONPASSIVE. So I got this presentation. If you look at it, you will see that we have like, these are connections, right? These are connections. And they are going to a panel. So this panel are what are called servers, okay? They are called servers. Those are the panels. So this is a connection. It's just like in your house, you have a connectivity going to the router. If you've once done your connection with your internet in your house, you have a router that is sitting down there. Then you have these cables that are coming from the router, okay? They can go to your computer, you can use them directly to your computer. That is what is going on, like connection in the data center. So, most people now understand things like visually, right? So visual learners. So I prepared this for them, for us to be going with this, right? So, without wasting our time, let's go straight. My name again is Michael Ojong. I'm a petroleum engineer, and also now I'm a system reliability engineer in the IT industry. I started as a Linux system admin, but I'm now a system reliability engineer working in the industry, IT industry. I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I joined ONPASSIVE on the 17th of November of 2020, okay, which was 2 years ago, towards the end. And the company we are talking about, this is the CEO and founder. He is called Mr. Ash Mufare, who is a genius in upgrading technologies. He has done a lot, and he has brought us this platform that all of us can use and be successful in business. So as we speak, about an hour ago, I took our statistics. Total founder in the company now, we are 1,304,283 people. That's how many we are now. Now, our CEO spoke to us the other day, and he told us that we'll be having our data centers in like multi-regions, okay? So I just wanted you people to see the regions that we're talking about. We have 10 regions. We have North America, Central America, the Caribbean, South America, we have Africa, we have the Middle East, we have European Union, we have Eastern Europe, we have Asia, and we have Oceania. So there are 10 major regions. So if our CEO comes up and tells us that we are getting, our data centers in multi-regions, what does that mean? It means that we will rock the world when it comes to this 21st century cutting-edge technology that ONPASSIVE is bringing to the world. Us having data centers all over the globe, all over the regions, is magnificent, okay? Nobody can beat that. And what does that mean to us founders? We'll find out. Maybe that is some of the questions that our special guest today will be answering for us. Now, let's go now and see, and let's get first the definition. What is a data center? They say multi-regions, and we are excited. They say, oh, data centers, we are excited. So now, what is it? If you look at this diagram, it's like a corridor. If you look at it, this is like a corridor, and you have like some stacks, okay? Stacks this is stacked in the cupboard, like a wardrobe, like cupboard, that you have a lot of servers that are being stacked on each other. They are stacking and going up. Now, let's get a definition about the data center itself. So a data center, what is a data center? A data center is a simple way to access servers, storage, databases, and application services over the internet. That is what it is, okay? Now, a space dedicated to hold data, servers to store and process data. So what is data even? Data is your information, okay? In ONPASSIVE, before we sign up an account, we give some information to the system. We create a username, we create a password, we give our email address, we get password, we give our phone number. That is data. Data is information about you specifically, okay? So all of this information can be used by people in the world. If this data is not really secure, it can be a big problem, because they can use it to forge your name to apply for credit cards and things like that. That will lead you to death, okay? Now, what are these data? Data is money, data is gold. That is what every company is protecting. Just imagine we are 1.3 million today. Just imagine that some bad guy, they hack into our system, okay? We call the man in the middle in the IT industry, okay? If they hack into our systems and they get this information from us, what will happen? They will reduce 1.3 million of us in that bad way, and it is not easy, okay? So these data centers, they store this information. They have servers that they store the databases, okay? The databases, and the databases are information, okay? Our information. Our customers as well, when they will come to do business with us, their own information as well, okay? So that is it. Now, Going forward, excuse me, oops. Going forward, we want to see the various types of data centers that we have. Excuse me, people. Enterprise data centers are typically constructed and used by a single organization for their own internal purposes. Okay, these are common amongst tech giants. So most of the tech giants, they have their own internal systems that they use. They just create their own data center just for them, that they can use it to store their own information. Okay. Now we have the other one, which is called the co-location data center. It functions as a kind of rental property where the space and resources of a data center are made available to the people willing to rent it. So this is what is in the world now. Most of them are co-location data centers. So ONPASSIVE, as will be in business, this is definitely what will be. We'll have those data centers that will be renting out to people, because we are having 21st century cutting edge technology, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning, that we are using in our environment. So most people will be coming as customers because we are very secure. Okay, we are very secure. Just the security of the layer that artificial intelligence brings is enormous. Okay, so most of the people who are coming now in the world, they want their data to be safe. They'll be looking forward to rent out spaces in our colocation or our data centers. Let's just put it as that. Now, managed service data centers, they offer aspects such as data storage, computing, and other services as a third party serving customers directly. So there is another one that they call the managed services. They go directly to people, to customers, and they have the third party to customers. They serve them directly. Okay, they serve customers directly, and they offer services like storage, computing, and other third-party services. Okay, now cloud data centers, they are distributed and are sometimes offered to customers with the help of third-party managed service providers. So, like some people have another, for instance, I worked with a company before. When our data comes to, we want to transport our data to a data center, they will come and collect the data, which we have already create like a backup. We will back up all the data, and we will put them on disks, okay, hard disks. Then we'll keep it for them. They'll come and take it and transport it now to our data center. So we are paying them for that services. That is the one that we call the cloud data center kind of situation, that have a third party to manage your data. They take it there and go and keep it there for another people to be taking care of the data in that data storage that they are. Okay, so those are the 4 kinds of data centers that we have. Now, this is a data center. If you see, this is a picture of a data center. This is the front part of a data center. If you look at it very well, you will see how clean they are. And you see all of these dot you see in there. The dots are like connections, right? It is showing you that there are lights, right? Small lights. They'll be red, they'll be yellow, showing you that there's connectivity because the data center is up and running, okay? But if it is off, you will not see all of these lights here. But guess what? The data centers work 24/7, most of them, okay? So that is how it is. Now, this is the back of the data center. If you see, this is the back part of it. The front part is different. The back part has this, all of these are slots for connectivity, okay? So this is the back part. All of these are slots for connectivity. And if you see them, they are arranged in racks. This is one, this is like one server, this is another server. They can be called servers or ranging blades, okay? They are either servers or ranging blades in the data center all the time, okay? Now, I want us to see a little bit how Oops, I didn't take off that one. 1 second, people. Just showing you how the connectivity is. I mean, if we are getting into data centers, so we should know a little bit about what the data centers are, right? Because it is very important. That is a big deal now in the IT industry, data centers. And ONPASSIVE, we are getting one of the best of them. So look at this. This is a typical server rack. If you see, these are servers. They are, all of them are, they are placed on top of each other in a rack. Okay, it's like a wardrobe from top to down, and you have them, they're centered inside there. And if you see this is a computer. Okay, so this is a computer. It's placed in that data center. We can have 2 or 3 technicians working here in rotation. Okay, what are they doing? They are the people who are troubleshooting every problem that comes from the company to this data center. Okay, so because, for instance, let's say I work now, one of the data centers of my company that I'm working is in Australia. Can you imagine? But I'm here in Canada working. So there is a person that is a technician that works in that data center. If I have a problem with my connectivity or some servers are not seen, I can ping them and tell them, oh, please, I can't see server number this. You either identify them by their host name or by their IP addresses. So I'll say, for instance, server number 10.0.0.0 is unreachable. So can you ping that to see if there's any problem? So he will come now to his own panel. This is his computer panel. And he will try to connect to that server to see if the server is up and running. If the server is not up and running, then that is a problem. So he will try to sort it out and let me know what is going on. And that problem will be solved. Okay, that is what this is what this computer is for here. So you will see there are always people there in the data centers that are helping out everybody. Okay, people. Dr. Benny is out there working so hard. I can see her posting. Wow, awesome. So next, you see, this is another. You see, this one is a very clear. What we have to know is this data centers brings a lot of money, okay, to a company that has them, right? So if they want to keep it as clean as possible, you see how clean it is. This is how clean the building is. You cannot see no spills on the ground, no water, no oil, engine oil spilling and all of that. You don't want to see them because they can damage this. Just one server can cost about $2 million. It's not a joke. Just one server can cost about $2 million. It depends on what it is hosting. Just imagine ONPASSIVE's data center. Just imagine our products that we have. Just imagine how much one server can cost in ONPASSIVE. That'll be a lot of money, right? So we don't joke with it. It should be kept so clean. Let's look at this picture. Now, we call it a bird's eye view picture. Why? Because you're looking at it from the top, okay? This is a data center when you're looking at it from the top. At this end here, you can see that these are people who own the building. They are somewhere here. Now, if you go to these blocks, these are the server rooms. This is one room, might be this one room that ends here. Okay, that's one room. And that is another room up there. Now, if you look at these ones these black things that go vertically like this should be the server racks. Those are the server racks. That's where they put the servers. And on the outside here, these are generators. Outside here, these are generators that power 24/7. A data center never stops working, okay? Just imagine that we have a data center, then let's just say in a company that has WhatsApp. Do you know how many times people use WhatsApp per day? Let's just imagine that a data center for WhatsApp, how that data center a data center that has the server for WhatsApp. That server should be 24/7 because the world is in various regions, okay? Then just imagine that we have our product, O Connect, that we're using. Now, then we have a data center or a server that carries that O Connect product. Man, it will be noisy. You know why? Because our products are super and people will want them every day in their businesses. So they'll be using it and using it and using it because now they will be getting the value of what they paid for, right? The value. That's what ONPASSIVE is delivering, value to its customers and to its founders. So another thing we should know about the data centers, if you look around here, you will see that there are no houses. It is kind of in a deserted place. They always build them in the outskirts of towns because there is a lot of noise pollution. This place is noisy. It's not a joke. The noise that comes there because the server rendering, the noise, the heat, there's also heat there. So there are big fans to cool it down all the time. So only the fans, they make a lot of noise, sound pollution, a lot. The rendering blades and all of that, they make a lot of noise. So they make it to be in the outskirts of towns, you know, towards the airport. Most data centers in most countries are towards the airport. In Canada, our own is different. We instead have them on the ground. Most of our data centers are on the ground, okay? Either on the ground or along the railways, right? And in Canada, most of the railways are on the ground. So that's where we have them to reduce the noise pollution that it causes to people. Server rendering, they need to be cooling it, big fans, because it's 24/7, okay? Let's continue. Let's go here. Awesome. Now let's go to some statistics. Let's see the number of countries per their data centers. In the United States have about 2,751 data centers. We have Germany that has 484. We have UK that has 458. We have China that has 447. We have Canada that has 324. We have Netherlands 280. We have Australia that has 272. France 263. Japan 207. Russia 166. Mexico 153. Brazil 140. Italy 130. India 127. And Poland 124. And ONPASSIVE will be one of those companies that is coming with its own. We don't know how many we will have, but we will have them in multi-regions, as our CEO tells us. He is always delivering. So he delivers all the time when he tells us, right? So we are waiting for them. They are coming. And that will be very beneficial for us all founders who are ONPASSIVians. Okay. So let's go next. Let's see the next slide, what we got there. So maybe some, continue with some statistics, I guess. Okay, so what are the advantages of having a data center? Affordable rates for customers, robust software and hardware. So it can, the robust kind of structures for software and hardware can be all be taken care of or catered for when you have these kind of data centers, right? We have great system performance in data centers. The customers do not need to hire people to maintain and manage a data center because we have the people who have the data centers, they offer those services. So you don't ever need to go and buy people again and stuff like that. Like in ONPASSIVE, we'll have our technicians to be working in our own data centers, okay? Now, instant scalability based on customers' needs. So they are scalable based on the customer need. When we go a little bit in front, we'll see those words, scalability. Our CEO always bring those words to us. We'll try to break it down to people to understand, right? So services are always available, no failure due to backup of the system. Now, okay, let's look at these statistics. The top 3 cloud services providers accounted for 58% of the total cloud spend in the first quarter of 2021, right? So let's see. It says AWS had 32%, others altogether 42. The biggest is AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, right? Then we have 19% Microsoft Azure, or Azure, if you want to call it. Then Google Cloud is 7%, Microsoft 19%. So you will see that someday in the history, as we are writing, technology is developing, we will have our own place over here. So, and the total of the first quarter was, how do they say? How much? It's $41.8 billion. So one day, as we come into the world, ONPASSIVE is being launched, our own statistics will be shown on here too, because that is our goal. We always deliver and we want the best for ourselves. And that is what our CEO is bringing more value to all the customers in the world. So high demand for data centers. So data generation and use.
You're muted.
Sorry, thank you. So data generation and use has risen, leading to a greater demand for data centers. That is what is happening in the world now. Everybody wants to protect their data. They want to protect that data so that people or the man in the middle should not get into them. Now, ONPASSIVE data center, our first data center will accommodate 1 billion people running multiple applications, products, about 20 of the ONPASSIVE products at the same time. The data center will be running 24/7 with a laser speed. Is that different from what we have already? Yes, it's different. What's the difference? The world already have data centers running, but we are bringing a data center of the 21st century with artificial intelligence embedded, which is a layer of security. And that is what people want to see, security. Is my data secured? Oh, is my data secured? No. If your data is not secured, it's a big problem. But just artificial intelligence itself is a layer of protection, it's a layer of security, okay? So that is what is we're bringing it. And our speed, the speed of our data centers are so fast. That means you can be working with 20 or more applications or products at the same time, and you still have enough speed. Remember, in data transmission, we have a problem with upload and download, right? If your upload is not good, your download is not good, then your bandwidth or your connection is messed up. Okay, so we need to get that good connectivity, and our own will be 21st century cutting-edge technology in our products and our data center with artificial intelligence embedded in it. Then it will be running at a laser speed, which is very fast, right? Laser speed just means very fast. Now, our data center will be completed in a little bit. And once it is completed, okay, they will have to migrate our information for wherever they are now to our data centers. What is that going to be profitable for us? Will that be? Yes, let's get it. Now, ONPASSIVE data center and founders, what is that? Autonomy. Our company has full control over the services when our data centers will be completed, right? There will be no dependence of any third-party service provider, no, because we will be managing our own data. Our own data will be managed by our company itself in our data centers. Okay, security. Company can protect its intellectual property and our businesses, right? Our business data or our sensitive business data will be protected. Is that something we should be excited about? Yes, because Just imagine that some people, like I say, we are 1.3 million, and somebody gets hold of our data, all of us. They will use it in so many things that can lead us into a lot of problems, right? So that is a big deal our CEO is bringing to us. So profit sharing, there will be monthly distribution of some net profit. Why? Because remember, our CEO, Mr. Mufare, I showed his picture before I came here. He created his platform by himself, okay, with his own money. And what did he do? He asking now founders who are you and myself and the guests who are here today, who are willing to join us in this journey, so that they should come and be with us so that we can launch this company to the world, right? So when we launch this company to the world, that is what will happen. We'll be profiting because he is not going to the stock market. Why do people go to stock market? They go to get customers who can be their business partners. But we don't need that because our CEO said we are not going there because we are already 1.3 million. It's good enough for him, you know? So most of the profits he'll be sharing it with us because we are not going to their stock exchange, right? He created this platform for his business, right? He's a CEO and a founder of this business that he is sharing the wealth with us. So as ONPASSIVE revenue will increase, that is the same reason we, the founders, will benefit because a lot will be coming in, right? And he will be sharing it with us. Now, he says something when he's always doing his presentations. The other day, he was talking about cPanel. That I said, let's talk about a cPanel so that let's really see what the cPanels are. So a cPanel is one of the most popular control panels in the United States, okay? Many web hosting companies supply cPanel to customers as part of their hosting packages. cPanel has two interfaces, a user interface called the cPanel and a server management interface called Web Host Manager. So this combination allows users to manage their website and supply hosting providers with tools to manage the server. So these cPanels are very important. And when he talks about the cPanel, we've just seen the definition of a cPanel. So there are two kinds, right? The first one is an interface for users. Okay, if you go to host your website, right? But we are saying this because we will be monetizing on this as well. Okay, it is an avenue to monetize on. So we will be providing this as well to people. And this is a user interface. It has a user interface, and it also have a server interface for the managers to manage. The technicians can use to manage this website. Okay. Okay. He also talks about scalability. What is scalability? So scalability is a characteristic of an organization. Okay, an organization or system or module. Okay, that the function, it describes its capability to cope and perform well under an increased or expanding workload or scope. A system that scales well will be able to maintain or even increase its level of performance or efficiency, even as it is testing by larger and larger operational demands. So what does that mean? In a nutshell, what this is telling you about scalability is this. Okay, for instance, let's say we have our data centers and we have so many servers. Okay, let's say in the peak period, it's during the midday. Okay, let's say from midday to about 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, now if people are coming to that website mostly between that midday and 4 p.m. Eastern Time, so we can have more servers working. Let's say, for instance, we have 50 servers at that time. Now, when their population goes to sleep and there's less burden on our website, we can scale it down to 10 servers. So every time when people need it again and there is that peak period, we step it up again to 50 all working. Then when it is the time that there's less traffic, we drop it down to 10 again. So that's scalability. We can go up, we can come down. So with the 21st century cutting edge technology that we are using, we'll be able to scale our servers and in our data centers and things like that. Okay, that's scalability. That's what it means. Now, we are talking now about innovation labs. What are they? So they are useful for any company because they can provide training, networks, and insight to help entrepreneurs succeed regardless where they work in their company. This can help alter the business as usual DNA of a company, creating packets of innovation across an organization. Such labs also promote skills and concepts that everyone can learn, allowing them to contribute to their innovation process. So this is telling you that if we have innovation labs, those are where we go and test stuff, okay? We go and we test stuff, then we bring them now to the limelight if we succeed in what we're doing, right? We'll bring it out to people and say, oh, wow, this is what we tested. We tested these products. This is how the product went and everything is up and running. So every IT person, most IT people have innovation labs. I have mine and you people will see in a little bit and I'll show you what that's all about, right? So now we have a new website as well. In a couple of minutes, we'll see what that website is, how clean it is. Let me see what I have next year. Okay. Excuse me. So also, I did some presentation about data security some months ago and about a month and a half ago or 2 months ago. And I predicted that our systems are Linux systems, most of them. So I went to our new website and I found that we have a job for a senior Linux system administrator, and which means that our systems are more secure when we use Linux systems because we have an inbuilt security called SE Linux. We will see that in a couple of minutes. And we have the IP tables, okay? We have the IP tables. That is where, our incoming and outgoing traffic is being fixed. So it determines what is going on, what is coming in and what is going out from our system. So it is the firewall rules. The firewall rules are being regulated in that IP tables, etc sysconfig IP tables. Then we have the sh command, which helps us for the aging parameters of a user account. So I will show you people in a little bit. Well, this all is done. Now I'm asking you, so founders and will be founders, are we ready for what is coming to us from all what I've told you from here? Are we ready? Are we ready with that? So let's see what I was talking about. Let's start with our website. Excuse me. ONPASSIVE.com is our website. When you type it, we go so many times. If you look up, we are proud founders, so most of us in our browsers, you always see ONPASSIVE there, okay? So if you look at, this is our new website. It says ONPASSIVE, Power of IT Solutions. Wow. Up here you have, oops. Okay, before you even getting into our website, it has a disclaimer that you have to read to really understand what it's all about, right? You need to read it and see what that is telling you about the disclaimer. So we have read it so many times and we know what is there. So we will close it for now. Now, if you go here, it says videos, it says careers, it says blog, it says support. Now, like I said, a couple of months ago, I did a presentation about data centers again. And I said, I was predicting that mostly, surely, our systems are being used. They're using the Linux operating systems in our system. And that was true. Because I came here to careers. Amadine, please, can you people take care of that? Thank you. When we go and see current opportunities in our, okay. Thank you. If we go and we see our jobs right here, these are jobs, current jobs that are hosted from our Hyderabad office. That is where our tech team, they live, they work and everything. We'll see, where is it? This is it. It says, like I said, I started my career in the IT industry as a Linux system admin, but now I'm a system reliability engineer. So this is the job, it's for a Linux system admin. So I was telling you people that due to the fact that we use Linux systems, it means that our systems are kicking, okay? They're very good. A lot of security. Now, I wanted to show you people there, my own innovation lab. And this, when I show the innovation lab, this is my innovation lab. So these are the things when somebody is working as a Linux system admin, or this is what they do. They take care of servers, okay? They do a lot of things. They do the troubleshoot, okay? They do system hardening. They harden the system for you. They do user management, okay? They do system monitoring. They do system patching, and they do installation, configuration, and decommissioning of servers. So we have some kind of servers running here. Let me see. So I wanted to show you people the security that I say we have a lot. So this is part of the security. This is my own innovation lab. I don't just go to work and start running commands without testing them out here. I need to test them to see how good they are, right? So, and this is one of the flavors of Linux. It is called Red Hat, okay? So now, we have I said we have a lot of security in our system. So that is just to tell you people how good our systems are in ONPASSIVE, right? Because we are using Linux. The Linux it comes with a lot of security, right? So let's see. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So if we do a command to get into that directory, I just wanted to show you people how the directory is. Just be in there and you see the directory that I'm telling you about, one of the securities, right? So if you list it, it tells you about a config file. So let's cut the config file to see that. This is just, I'm just showing you people, like I was talking, it's just to back up what I said last time concerning our systems in ONPASSIVE, right? So SE Linux is a default security that comes in your system, okay? And it has 3 parameters, right? It is either in the state of enforcing, permissive, or disabled, but by default, it will be enforcing all the time. So SE Linux security policy is enforced. That is it. That's SE Linux. So by default, it is giving you the confidence and the proof of more of our security in ONPASSIVE. Okay. Now I was talking about a command for the agent parameters for users to change their password when they log in and things like that. Okay. That's another security. And where is that? We can see it right here. Okay, so how do we see that? We say she is, I have a user called Mike in my system. Oops. So, sorry. Okay, come on. See. Okay, sorry. CH dash dash L for Mike. Okay. Excuse me. So if we look at this command, it gives me some aging parameters. So she age means change age. So it's a change the aging parameters of a user, right? It tells you that password expires. It says May 26. So if I want to March 26. So after March 26, if I want to log into that server, it will ask me to change my password. So those are the security that we have in our system. Now we have, it's a password inactive. It gives you, it's a minimum number of days between password change. It says 3. Do you see that? Then it says maximum number of days between password change. It says 60. Then number of days of warning before password expires. It says 3. Wow. So this is the command. These are the security measures that our systems carry in ONPASSIVE because we use a Linux operating system. So that is just to tell you people how secure our environment is in ONPASSIVE because we use Linux systems. I talked about it last time when I was doing the presentation of a data center in Friday Night Live. So when I was going through our new website, I saw that job and I was saying, oh no, let me tell people today how secure our systems are. Thank you very much, Amadine. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you, everybody. I'm done, Dr. Benny. You can kick me out now.
Thank you very much, Michael. That was powerful. Powerful presentation, very clear, easy to follow. We appreciate you. You're getting a lot of compliments in the chat. Just want to pass that on. Thank you.
Hi, Amadine.
Mike, can you issue co-host to Dr. Benny?
Oh yes, what happened to her?
You forgot to give a co-host.
Oh, sorry. Well, she was not here.
Talking.
Sorry, everybody. Dr.
Please,
B, I'm sorry, my boss, she will be mad at me now.
I just want to make an announcement, use the opportunity for the crowd that we have. I've been sending, I've sent about 50 private messages to individuals. This is about us being compliant. I know some of us do not go in our back office to see, the updates and what is required of us. When you log into your back office, our CEO had put out a message about the level in which we are moving with our company, and he asked very little of us to be in compliance. And one of the things that he would like us to be in compliance is to dress professionally and name ourselves appropriately. So I've been sending several private messages for people to rename themselves and to state where they are from. A few people responded and many people have not. So I just want to use this opportunity to ask everybody. Our CEO doesn't ask much of us, but to rename ourselves and make sure we don't have any prefixes on our names, and to state where we are from. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to remind all of us to be compliant. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Marie. We really appreciate you. Thank you, Engineer Michael, for your excellent presentation. I want to take this special moment to thank and to welcome our one and only Mr. Michael Williams. Sorry, we had a problem with another webinar, and we want to really appreciate you honoring our invitation. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Benny. Engineer Mike, wow, I'm not sure how I can follow you, right? So that was excellent information. Just fantastic about the data centers. I personally have not delved that deep into it. I'm not a techie person, but certainly you made it very clear to understand. So I'm sure most people, if not all, will walk away today, being much more informed about what data centers are, C panels, all this fancy stuff. So it's great. So thanks so much for having me here. I'm a little under the weather. I've been so for the past week, but we're getting there, right? And I certainly did not want to miss. So here I am.
Thank you so much. Engineer Mike, something that I wanted to talk about just 2 minutes, which is the password security. A lot of us, we do understand that password is very, very important. Let me just share, I believe there's no need to share the screen, but I think I should just for a minute, if you don't mind. Thank you. Yes, sir. Can you guys see? All right.
Yes, we can.
Thank you so much. I know when we move from a Go founder to O founder, there was a difference. Just to let you guys know that password security is very, very important. So why is password security important? Passwords are the first line of defense against unauthorized access to your computer and personal information. Password strength is a measure of the effectiveness of a password against guessing or hacking. Now, if you look at this diagram here, you can see weak and strong. Weak is red and strong is green. Now, the reason why it's strong is because you have to insert alphanumeric. The weakness is like you can just put Benny, Michael, Mary. That is a weak security. We want to do what it takes to protect our data. As Michael stated before, data is our information, data is the money. Now, the first reason why password security is important is because the users, you and I, we are all users, right? The user, they do have right to do something. Think about it for a minute. The users wouldn't even have an account, right? If they don't need access to do something. So whatever resources to you as users have access to, the reason is because we want to protect our data. You select a password that is more difficult. Remember, there are a lot of hackers out there that they will do anything to intrude into our database, mostly in this country, United States of America. They have done everything to hack into our system. That is why we have to do everything that it takes. As we all know, our company is utilizing artificial intelligence. As you guys know, that there is a difference between our company and any other company in the world. A lot of companies are utilizing artificial intelligence. That is true. But our CEO will utilize the artificial intelligence now to drive traffic into our business. And when I talk about traffic, it's what? Customers. So customers and you and I, we have to protect our security. We have to protect our data. Now, just giving an example, remember when we used to have GoFounder, right? GoFounder, I believe, to me, it wasn't more secured. Now, when we moved to OFounder, guess what happened? In order for you to log into your back office, what you have to do is to, first of all, open your email, right? Because passcode will be sent to you. OTP, which is just one-time passcode. The reason is because, I mean, even if I utilize the passcode now and log into the back office, within a minute or after 2 minutes and I want to log back in, guess what? They still have to provide you with a pass quote again. So I just want to let each and everyone know that it is very important for you to utilize alphanumeric. So when I talk about alphanumeric, like let's just say Benny, right? B-E-N-N-Y. Then numeric is like numbers. And then the character, special character, it can be like a $sign, question mark, or anything you want to use. I urge you guys, my own recommendation is this. Every 90 days, please change your password. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Engineer Mike.
Over back to you, Dr. Benny. Go ahead.
Thank you. All right. Now, as you
Thank
guys
you
know,
for the security. Thank you very much.
thank you so much. I want to take this special moment again. By the way, Engineer Mike, you did not live stream this. What happened?
Because it's not my platform, I could not do it easily.
Okay.
I'll put it after this. I'll just put it out there. Thank you. Continue, please.
Thank you. Now, as you guys know, we want to honor our special guest.
Before that,
There are
see,
some-
Uncle Roger hand is up, please. Uncle Roger Wanji before our special guest comes. Sorry.
Okay. Brother Roger, come along, please. Unmute
Thank you.
yourself, please. Thank you.
I don't know if you have anything to say. His sounds up for me was admitted in.
Brother Rogers, are you ready to
Yes.
talk?
Yes, I'm talking because somebody's shut me down.
Okay,
I
go
want
ahead,
to
please.
say that Mike, amazing, wonderful presentation. Now I can introduce data center to somebody. If I call myself engineer, don't be so mad. Thank you so much. And then also, I've never had a chance to say thank you to Mike Williams. Brother, thank you. You are a genius. You are a head of the train. You are the Alpha and the Omega, Mr. Mike. Thank you, sir, for being here. Please keep on coming. We need you more than you ever think. Thank you so much, Dr. Benny. Thank you, everyone. May God bless all of you. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Brother Rogers, for your compliments. Thank you for your support. And thank you for coming to this amazing webinar. We really appreciate you. Okay. Now, there are certain questions that we're gonna ask, but I do have 5 questions to ask our leader before some of you guys can come up. Engineer Michael, is it okay? Do you permit me to ask our leader this question?
Yeah, my boss. Go ahead, man.
All right. The first thing, I really want to thank our special guest for honoring our invitation. With these 5 questions, I believe that if you answer these questions, our founders, they will be happy. They will enjoy, which we all love you anyway. We respect you as well. The first question is, please, can you tell us your ONPASSIVE journey and how you joined ONPASSIVE up to now?
Okay, well, I can handle that one. Well, you know, so was it 3.5, almost 4 years now? At the very beginning, when ONPASSIVE was introduced to me, I've been working on the internet full time. You know, that's all I've been doing for the past 10 to 12 years or so. It's just internet marketing, okay? Specifically email marketing. Didn't do any social media, any of that stuff. You know, I basically create systems and I use email as the main way of introducing it to others, promoting, recruiting, all of that stuff. You know, and so our idea was that, you know, why is it not possible for people to join a company, or organization, a system, a program, and just join, right? I'm talking about a real business, join a real business, and all they had to do was just get in, right? And then we in turn could do everything for them, right? So that was the idea, and we've been doing that, as I mentioned, for a number of years, where people just got in and we will create your autoresponders, set up all the letters for them, create capture pages, landing pages, just create everything for them. Go out there, find the traffic, send the traffic to their sites and all of that. So we were doing that on a small scale. We were spending maybe 30 to 40,000 US dollars a month just on the traffic side of things. You know, so it's a very small scale compared to, obviously, you know, the much larger scale, the massive scale that ONPASSIVE, you know, will be implemented. You know, so that's kind of where we're coming from. So when ONPASSIVE came to me, you know, at first I was like, I don't know if that's going to work, right? Because I thought you're going to have auto ship. I thought you're going to have people have to spend money every single month, whether they're making money or not. You know, they have to take money out of their pocket. And what I found in those situations is that people want to see money now. You know, if they're in a business for 30 days, you know, and they didn't make no money, they're gone on to the next thing, right? So that was my main concern, right? So I dismissed it at first, but then I quickly came to my senses after, you know, receiving a lot of other information and people inviting me to take a look at ONPASSIVE. So I spent the time and I took a look. I listened to the 2 videos we had then from start to finish, like every single word. You know, I went through it, you know, and I was excited. I was like, you know, if Ashmafar can just do just 10%, you didn't have to even do the whole 100%, just 10% of that, I was sold, you know. So I jumped in, locked arms with them, you know, and here we are today. And it's been a great journey, you know, for anyone who's been around, especially since that time. We're able to see so much, right? There was nothing, you know, then, you know, finally there was a website, you know, and that kept building out. We had all these different links and so on, different pages that we can promote, you know, to the point where we got our own building in Hyderabad, you know, up until this year, where the branding campaigns have started with the, you know, massive, you know, promotion that's going on in Dubai and so on, to the introduction of the data centers that we'll shortly have. You know, all these things we're able to see, we've been able to witness it. So for me, it's been a great journey. I've certainly been enjoying it, and I continue to enjoy it. And I just can't wait to see what the next 3 to 4 years are going to be like, because I believe that so many people around the world, their lives will be changed simply because they took action by getting in as a founding member with ONPASSIVE.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. I believe our founders, our friends, I believe you guys enjoy his answer. Do you guys? Okay. Thank you so much. My next question is this. In ONPASSIVE, you are known as a mathematician, a statistician. Founders call you Dr. Michael Williams. So can we know the discipline you are doctorate in?
I'm a doctorate in life. I don't hold a doctorate degree. I'm not sure, you know, where people got that from. You know, I have a bachelor's degree in mathematics. You know, I started out in engineering, mechanical engineering. I switched from that to computer science. Switched from that again to business management. Switched from that to a pure math degree. And so that was the final end. But it has served me well, you know, by changing, you know, the different disciplines and so on throughout university. It actually equipped me with a lot more knowledge, you know, than just having that initial, you know, discipline and just focus on that. So without me even knowing, it has come to serve me very well.
Wow. Thank you so much. Are you guys happy? All right. My third question is this. Mr. Ash Mofare, when he attends our corporate webinars, most of the time he just jumps in, and we love, he appears and disappears. I mean, sometimes he talks about compounding marketing campaign. What does compounding marketing campaigns means, so that our founders will really understand, sir?
So instead of it being linear, instead of it being, okay, here's one campaign, it starts, then it finishes, okay, now here's a second campaign, it starts, it finishes, okay, here's a third campaign, right? And so instead of it being linear like that, it's compounded, right? So compounded meaning you have campaign on top of campaign on top of campaign, meaning they're all running simultaneously. So you start one campaign, and so that's out there, okay? And before that one is finished, another one's already started. So now you have two campaigns running at the same time. And then before those are finished, you have another one started. So now you have three campaigns going at the same time, and so on. So it's a compounded effect is what we end up with. So that's really a smart way to do it. Most people, when they market, it's usually one at a time. But here we're gonna have a compounding marketing campaigns.
Wow. Are you guys excited? Thank you so much, because I am enjoying it. Now, the fourth question. As an ONPASSIVian, when we see our expansion with offices around the globe and marketing campaign globally, what does it mean to us?
Okay, so what we have right now, just so everyone is clear, is we have branding campaigns going on, right? So all that has been done in Dubai is for branding. Is to, you know what, you want to sell products, okay? You want to sell service. Okay, people need to know your name. People need to know, about your company and all that, so that they're comfortable, they feel secure, right? They feel that they can trust you. All of that, right? It's like if somebody came to your door and they're trying to sell you something, right? So you have person A and person B. So person A comes along, they're trying to sell you something. You've never seen them before. You don't know nothing about their products, nothing about their capability, or is it real, is it not real? You don't know anything about them. So that person comes to your door, chances are you're not going to buy from them. Okay, you may say, okay, I'll take your business card or whatever, give me some information, I'll go through it, etc. Right? Person B comes to your door now. Oh, okay, I see it's you, Dr. Benny. Okay, great to see you. So you know Dr. Benny, you trust Dr. Benny, you understand? So Dr. Benny is now coming to you with a product. Chances are you're gonna buy from Dr. Benny simply because you know and trust her, okay? And so that's basically what it is when we're talking about branding. Like, people understand Nike. So Nike comes out with something, people run to the store and they're buying it, right? Apple comes out with something, okay, here's a new iPhone, and before it's even on the market, people are in line already waiting for it to come so they can grab it because they know and trust, right? And so that's what ONPASSIVE is creating, is to create that, that presence that's out there globally, right? And so that people will be able to know and trust us. So once we start selling, it becomes that much easier for customers to come in. And so, yeah, it's a great thing for us. It's going to make our lives easier, even for those who may be sharing right now. You may share the business with somebody and they're like, okay, never heard of ONPASSIVE, or like Google some stuff and doesn't sound good and all this fancy thing, right? And they don't want to join you. But all of a sudden now they start to see ONPASSIVE everywhere, right? Yeah. Then they're like, oh, okay, that's what Michael was talking about. That's what Bridget was talking about. Oh, okay, that company, oh my God, I better give them a call and see if I can still get in, right? That's what's going to happen as the awareness gets out there around the world.
I am excited. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your answer. And I have the last question. Then from there, anyone who has question, I would like you guys to raise your hands electronically. Thank you. So my last question is this. Where do you see our journey based upon our digital products, data center, cloud computing, and physical products in 2, 3, 4, and 5 years to come? Thank you.
Okay. So I personally see ONPASSIVE being a household name. Okay, just like all the names I've just mentioned. You know, people know Apple, they know Microsoft, people know Facebook. Okay, people will know, they'll come to know ONPASSIVE in that same light. You know, as being a name that is out there. It's not something that, oh yeah, there's just a million people. That's no, it's going to be something where you're going to have millions upon millions of individuals utilizing our products. Okay, because first and foremost, ONPASSIVE is about customers. Right, it's all about customers. The more customers you have, the more money you're going to make, whether it be from a business standpoint, corporate standpoint, whether it be from an individual standpoint, okay, such as founders, right? So that's what's going to happen for us. Now, I know back when we had, you know, there was like 100,000 founders, you know, it's been stated that in the first 12 months, once the company launches, we expect to have about 100 million customers, okay, in that first year. That was then, folks. Right now we're talking about 1.3 million founders. You know, I don't believe that we should have the same expectation. To me, it's that much greater, but time will tell. So being conservative, when our CEO is conservative when he shares information with us, you know, and so we're still holding on to that 100 million customers in the first 12 months. But I certainly believe it's going to be a lot much. I'm not even sure if I want to give you a number. Right? But it's going to be big, right? We talk about, you know, the first data center being able to accommodate 1 billion. You know, I don't think it's going to take long for that to happen, let me put it that way. So certainly within the time frame that you're talking about, 2, 3, 4 years down the road, yeah, there's no reason why we can't have 1 billion, okay, with a B, within ONPASSIVE as a combination of customers, resellers, okay, to have that. It's what we have is incredible, folks. It really is, you know, and so we're not just catering to a small segment of the marketplace. We're literally catering to the global population, right? And so with all the things that you've mentioned, you know, the data centers, the digital products, the, you know, having the innovation labs where we can have, you know, physical products. And when you put all that together, that's multiple income streams coming into the company, which means we're having multiple income streams. And so therefore it's going to set up people for financial success. This is why we say all people have to do is get in, because once they do that, they're setting themselves up to have a future that's going to be unbelievable, something that they never expected would ever happen in their lifetime. Okay, yet they'll be able to achieve whatever income goal that they have for themselves and their family. It's going to happen. This is why we talk about Hope Bless. This is why we talk about after people take care of themselves and their family, there's excess left over that they can then use to help various causes. You know, whether that's causes back in Africa, whether it's causes in the Caribbean, whether it's causes in Europe, and so on. People will be able to help not just locally in their community, but really across the globe. And so, you know, that's where I see the company. It's going to be up there with the giants. There's no doubt about that. And we're poised to benefit from that tremendously.
Thank you so much for your answer. We appreciate you so much. And thank you for coming. So at this moment, I am going to start calling our founders to ask some questions. Brother Rogers, could you please unmute yourself and ask your question? 2 minutes. Thank you.
Dr. B, I was the second person to ask. Is the first brother who was the first to ask.
Okay.
So it will not be fair if I start before him. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Brother Mokam from Cameroon, come along, please. Let me unmute you. Unmute yourself, please. Mokam?
Yes, please.
Go ahead, please, and ask your question.
Thank you, our queen, Dr. Benny. You are doing a great job.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you, Mike, Engineer Mike, and thank you all on the board. Those who are those who are arranging these things for us. We are very grateful. So I have 2 questions. The first one I want to ask the engineer Mike, the presenter who presented the issue of the center, our data center. So I want to ask him, he said something about that the center will run on multiple applications,
Yes.
about 20 products at the same time.
Yes.
And I remember our CEO, who is very innovative, mentioned it also. I did not understand the meaning, what it means.
Okay.
I want to know if it is something like other data centers. Are they having the same kind of thing, or this is an innovation? I want to understand.
Okay, sir.
That's the first question.
Okay, the first one, let me go with it, sir. Thank you very much for coming. We're always here to serve you people. We are your servants. Without you, we will not be talking to nobody, right? So thank you for joining right away from Cameroon. And we know how your connection is very poor, but we can hear you very well. Thank you, Mr. Mokom. So
thank you.
The question is this: applications, we have servers that run so many applications so because we are using a Linux operating system, it is an open source, okay? Linux is an open source operating system that everybody can tweak it to fit whatever they want to do. So for instance, if we decide that we want to run 1,000 applications on one server, we can do it just with a tweak, okay? We have what we call configuration files. We can define all what we have inside there, and we can automate it with scripts, okay? We have automated tools like we have Ansible, we have Puppet, we have SAW. All of those are configuration management tools. So we can use them to configure our servers so that they can serve the purpose that it belongs, right? Because we are using an open source, which is Linux. It's an open source operating system. We can tweak it to do whatever we want it to do. So our CEO, being the best innovational person that we know, he is crazy in technology. He can do it, and he is doing it. So he can do that, and we can have 20 applications running in that same server, and we can have them running in the multi regions simultaneously, because we are using a Linux operating system, which can be tweaked to serve the purpose of what we want it for. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. At least I've got it. So the second question I'm asking to Mr. Mike, Mr. Mike from Canada. There was a time, at a certain time, I don't know, that was the CEO. He mentioned that when we have our data center, that the founders may have, how can I call it, more gigabyte. I mean, unlimited giga. I don't know what I mean. Unlimited storage. Yeah, storage. Does it still apply?
You're asking, there's a time when it was said that we'll be able to have unlimited storage?
Yes, there was a time I heard something like that to the founders.
So yeah, a lot of people think for some reason that a lot has changed. And the reality is, whatever was said that this is going to happen, okay, those things are still applicable, okay? They have not changed, okay? If anything has happened, is more has been added, okay, as far as benefits that we will have, okay? So I don't recall that, right? That specific information that you're saying, I don't recall that. But if it was stated and it came from our CEO, then you can certainly count on it.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Benny.
I can add to that, Mr. Mokam, and our leadership council member, Michael Williams, and Dr. Benny, if you allow me. So
Certainly.
our CEO, for instance, when we were launching OMail, he was telling us that we'll have unlimited storage on OMail, okay? So the unlimited storage on OMail, what does that mean? If you go to your Gmail, there is a time that Gmail will tell you that your mail is filling up, your mailbox is filling up, or your cloud storage is filling up, so you should buy more storage. So with OMail, when we'll be using OMail, we'll not have all of that. It is unlimited. Everything in ONPASSIVE is unlimited. That's what he was saying when we're launching OMail. Okay, sir? And that still applies. Thank you.
Yeah, and yeah, the Gmail, for example,
Dr.
gives
Benny,
us.
please. Can I ask the third question?
No, Miss, our leadership council member is still responding to you, sir. Just hold on a little bit.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that, like,
Okay.
with Gmail, for example, Gmail gives us 15 gigabytes in our email. Okay, so if you actually use, and you have to be doing some crazy stuff if you actually use up 15 gigabytes in your email. But if you do, that's at that point, then yeah, they will ask you to pay for additional storage, just like with your phone. Like on my iPhone, they give you, I think, 5 gigabytes of storage. If you go over that, then you have to start paying on a monthly basis for extra storage.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mike. Please, can I ask the third question?
Sure, go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead,
thank
please.
you. So I want to find out, there was a time I tried to upload 8 giga video, 8 giga using our own mail, and it could not go. Is it, was I making an error, or is it possible to upload something like 8 giga video? Because I know the other Gmail and the rest cannot go, but with our own, can it go?
Right now, the old mail that we have in our back office, that's not the full scale with all the features product. That's just something for us to test, something for us to play with. Okay, it's going to be much more than that.
Okay.
When we get to the actual launch of those products. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Are you satisfied, Brother Mocha?
No, I'm through. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
And thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Michael Williams, for your answers. Thank you, Mr. Michael Ojong for your answer. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. Brother Rogers, are you ready? Come along, please.
And while we're waiting for him, I'll just go back to one of the things that Malcolm asked. And,
Yes, please.
When we talk about, having the ability of being able to run 20 different products, so just think of having every single, let's say there's 1 billion founders, customers, resellers within ONPASSIVE. And so if every single one of them, okay, at the exact same time, we're using 20 different products, okay? That's what our CEO was talking about, that it would have the capability of handling that, okay? And he's saying it's highly unlikely that that scenario would ever exist. You're not gonna have every single, like even now, you don't have 1.3 million logging into the back office at the same time. Doesn't happen, okay? But if it was to happen, we would be fine. And so that's the point that he's trying to make, for us, is that it doesn't matter what the scenario is, we're building this to be able to accommodate any scenario that comes our way.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your answer. Brother Rogers, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, ma'am. Thank
Go
you,
ahead,
Dr.
please.
Benny. Thank you, Engineer Mark. Thank you, Mr. Mark Williams. My question is going to Mr. Mark Williams. He may be a little bit stupid. Please forgive me if he's stupid. When we first started some 3 years ago, when I joined in, there was some sort of compensation plan. Mr. Mark Williams, are we going to have some sort of compensation plan before the launch that you know of, please? That's my question.
Sure. So we do have one. It's in place. You just don't see it, okay? And so keep in mind, right? I personally believe our CEO shares with us more than he should. Okay, I think he gives us too much information because all of us cannot handle it in a right manner, let's say, okay? Something is shared with us, it's founders only, and poof, it's up on the internet, right? If the CEO came to us and said, okay, guys, this is exactly what the compensation plan is, guess what would happen? We would take it and we'll throw it out there. When you're running a business, especially a brand new business, you want to be able to have strategic advantages, okay? So you want to be able to hold certain things in-house, not out there. Okay. Just like when our business is launched, the company sets up our website and all of that. Okay. A lot of the information is not going to be on the outside. Okay. You want to be able to capture that visitor, capture their information, their data. Okay. And then you want to be able to give them information on the back end. Okay. Not give them everything up front. Right. And this is what I suggest to even founders now who may be sharing information with others to try to get them to become a founding member, is not to give them everything from A to Z. When you give them everything from A to Z, chances are they're not going to join you. Okay, you may think by giving them more and more and more and more information, oh, okay, now they get everything, now they're going to come join. No, okay, you give them as little information that is necessary for them to be able to make an informed decision. Okay, you don't put too much out there. Right? For example, I say, okay, here's this video, watch this video. They watch the video. If they say they need more information, then I give them a little bit more. You understand? I react to their reaction. Okay. So I give them, sometimes I give them a little video and they'll join just from that. Or I send an email and they join just from that. Right? Once they're inside now I encourage them to go through their back office, look at this, click on this tab, watch these recordings and so on and so forth. Now they're able to acquire more knowledge and be more confident in the decision that they've made, okay? But when you give them too much on the outside, okay, now it's like, oh, it's just too much information, they can't be bothered. Because they're thinking in their mind, oh, I have to understand all of this, I have to know how to do all, I have to. Not at all. All you have to do is get in. So because that's what they have to do, then you give them as little. So with the compensation plan, what we do know is this. When someone activates their account, so meaning we're at launch, now they go, including us, we go and we purchase the product package, okay? Whatever that package consists of, we're gonna make a purchase, okay? And right away, we get an activation bonus. Whether that's $5, $10, $15, doesn't matter. What matters is the psychological effect it has on that individual, the fact that I just paid money, I just spent money to activate my package, and oh, wow, I got $5 already, or whatever the number is going to be, right? Believe you me, that is a massive, massive, massive plus for people. Many have joined companies and never seen a dime. People spend $200, right, a month after month after month, and never made not even a dime, okay? So can you imagine the feeling that an individual is going to have, okay, when they activate and, oh, I already made money, okay? So that's one. Two, right? Whatever the price is going to be for the product package, we know, right? So for example, let's say it's $240 as an example, okay? Please, as an example, all right? I'm not saying that's what it is, but if it is, person now gets their first customer, okay? When they get their first customer, they will receive $80, as an 80, okay? Second customer, 80, third customer, 80. So 3 times 80 is $240. So guess what? That person is now in profit because it's the 240 plus the activation bonus, you're actually in profit, okay? That's what we know. What do we also know? The more customers you get, the more money you're gonna make. And so the company is going to continue to get you customers, more customers and more customers and more customers, which simply means you're making more and more money. We also know that the compensation plan, the potential is unlimited. Okay, what does that mean? It means that there is no cap. The company's going to say to you, oh, well, you know what, Dr. Benny, you made $10,000 last month, so you can't make more than $10,000. There is no ceiling. If it's $100,000 you made in a month, there is no ceiling. You can still go beyond that. If you made $1 million, you can still go beyond that. There is no cap, there is no ceiling. Now I know for most people, all they need is a couple $100 a month and they're good. They make $500 a month, they're happy with that. Because most companies, businesses, programs, etc. that they've joined, all they've done is they've lost money, lost money, lost money. They just keep on losing. Here in ONPASSIVE, what we will be doing is keep on winning. Okay, so that's a big difference. All right, so hopefully that helps you with regards to the compensation plan.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Well satisfied. Thank you, sir. I
You're
greatly
welcome.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Wow. I'm satisfied as well.
Are you satisfied because it said Dr. Benny made $10,000 last month?
Well, no, actually, I know I'm going to make more than that.
No, I'm
right.
satisfied because I now be making $1 million a month.
I remember now, I never said that, okay? All right.
Yeah, I did. My name is Roger Wanji. I did, the founder, the proud founder who live in Wiz Khalifa.
Okay,
Excellent,
thank you.
excellent.
We appreciate you, Brother Rogers. Thank you. Brother
Sorry,
Sam,
sorry.
come along, please. Let me unmute you. Could you please unmute yourself, Brother Sam?
Dr. Benny?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Greetings.
please. Yes, please.
Yeah. My question is directed to Michael Williams. In one of the webinars, the CEO said everybody will be green from the one after launch. So, does that translate to earning at launch, or what does it really mean? And how soon after launch are we expected to start earning?
Okay. So when he said green, okay, what he means by that is referring to that activation bonus. The activation bonus is what he's referring to, meaning as soon as someone activates their account, so they purchase their product package, okay, they're going to be in green because they're going to be receiving an activation bonus. Okay, that's what that means. All right.
Okay. And my second question is, you talk about the physical products. I don't know if you have an idea of what that will look like.
So no, we don't have any information with regards to what the actual physical products are. Okay, just know that there will be, and when it's time for that to be disclosed to us, it will. Okay, we will know in due time. Okay, but for now, you know, it's not really necessary, because what we have outside of that, if he never mentioned anything about physical products, we're still fine. Okay, that's an add-on. Okay, just like how the data centers weren't supposed to be ready now. Okay, it's going to be. So again, that's a bonus. It's an add-on. This is extra. Okay, so the same thing will be for the physical products.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Brother Sam, are you satisfied?
Yeah, I'm okay, thanks.
All right, thank you so much. Brother Augustine, come along, please. Unmute yourself, please. Augustine? Okay.
Okay, greetings to everybody. And thank you, Mike, two Mikes, all from Canada, and then Dr. Benny from Maryland. I have only one thing that I need clarification for. For the past 3 days, I've not been able to get into my back office, but when I use my other team members' account, I'm able to get in there. I don't know what is happening. I don't know whether somebody has experienced the same thing. They sent me the OTP, quite all right, but I checked my email. I mean, I've never had this problem before. From beginning, I've been logging in and everything has been going well till now. This is my own personal account, but when I use the other team members' account, I'm able to log in, and but there are certain things I have to do in my own account. I can't do it.
What device are you using to log into your account?
Laptop and phone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you use your laptop, okay, and you and so you try to log in, so you're saying it says that the code is being sent to your email and you're in the right email, correct?
Yeah, I'm in the right email. Actually, it started by being slow, and then later on now, right now, it doesn't just come at all.
Yeah, I would say just keep trying, because to my knowledge, people are getting their OTPs. The ones who are not, it's usually they're using their phone and they don't know how to utilize multiple tabs using their phone, right? So people will, for example, they would get the OTP and so they switch over to try and get to their email account. And then when they come back to the site, okay, the page refreshes because they don't know how to navigate from one tab to the next. That's usually the issue. And the second one that I've noticed is that people have multiple accounts. So for example, they're using the app on their phone, and they have multiple emails. And so they think they're in the right email account, but for some reason they're not, again, because of how the information is stored. Their password and all that is saved on the phone. So if you're not having any of those types of issues, and you say you're using your laptop and you're not getting the OTP at all, and this has only been the last 3 days that this has happened, prior to that you were okay, I would say just continue to try. And if for some reason it's not working, then reach out to support at that point through either one of these great leaders here, and we'll be able to assist you.
Okay. Yeah, they probably the OTP actually is sent, but I don't see it. I don't get it. So well, I'll just follow that instruction.
Right, Brother Augustine, are you satisfied?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Michael Williams, for your answer. We appreciate you. Brother Nasser Ibrahim, come along, please. Brother Nasser, where are you? Okay. Sister Marie Pendy, come along, please.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Marie Pendy, and I am zooming in from Virginia, USA. Mr. Michael Williams, I want to use this opportunity to thank you very much for all the contributions that you have done to help us as we navigate through the ONPASSIVE phenomenon. I thank you for your knowledge of what you give us to enlighten us each time you speak. I thank you for your patience. You have been one of the founding members, the early founding members who saw no platform and just trusted our CEO, and you jumped on board. And you have helped a lot of us directly and indirectly come on board because of the trust that you have, and you've just added on to our just signified our trust that we have for our CEO. When I look on the leadership board, the live ones, you're the first. It just shows the trust that you have in this company. And I'm just saying, for now, knowing the value that you have for ONPASSIVE for almost 4 years, I would like to buy one of your accounts. How much are you going to charge me for it? That's number one.
It's not selling nothing.
There's no accounts for sale. Sorry, there's no accounts for sale now.
So it is so overvalued that you can't lose even a 0.00000% of that account, which makes me, yes, it makes me very, very confident of this company. I just wanted to throw that joke and see what, if you're gonna, I want to even say that I have traced my roots to Elon Musk. If I want to give you $1 billion, will you send me one of your accounts?
No, I believe that ONPASSIVE will create a few billionaires, right, with the B. I honestly believe that. you know, obviously I said a few, okay? So I'm not saying there's gonna be 50, 100. I believe there'll be a few. I honestly believe that. And certainly there'll be a lot of multimillionaires within this company. And the reason why I'm saying those things, right, is because the CEO already stated that, you know, he's not in it to enrich himself, right? He's not trying to be the richest man in the world, right? That's not what he's doing. But this business has the capability, okay, to put him in that category, okay? But remember now, he's given the bulk of that back out into the field. So yeah, it's very, very, very valuable. That's why sometimes it kind of, you know, digs into my skin when I see how light some founders take this, you know. They take it very, very lightly because, oh, I'm gonna pay $97. If I lose $97, no big deal, okay? It is a big deal, it really is. And people don't understand that, yes, you can take small money and turn it into large sums. You can, it is possible. If people put $100 in Bitcoins when Bitcoins was less than $1, okay, think how much money they would have made. Bitcoins created billionaires, okay? And they didn't put a lot of money in, right? The reason why a guy can give away 10,000 Bitcoins just for 2 pizza, right, is because it didn't cost him anything, right? So he can give away 10,000. Like, would you give away 10,000 Bitcoins today, right? Even though it's on, you know, on the downtrend, it doesn't matter. It's still a significant value, right? And that's the type of potential an ONPASSIVE account has for people. So they really should treat it, you know, and give it the respect that it does deserve. So yeah, you're absolutely right that, you know, no amount of money, I certainly would not do it because I think we're going to be good.
Thank you for validating the value of ONPASSIVE. Makes us very comfortable and very confident of ONPASSIVE. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sister Marie, you're something else. Okay, thank you. Sister Amadine, come along, please.
Thank you, Dr. Benny, for giving me the floor. Hello, Michael. Nice to see you today.
Likewise.
I have a few questions, and I'm believing they should be fairly short, you know. Beginning with, many founders are not clear between the differences between a founder and a reseller of ONPASSIVE. Can you point out the main differences for us, please? First question.
So a founder, right? So if we just use that term alone, is a limited position. Okay, it's limited. Okay, there's only going to be so many, right? Whereas resellers now, that could be unlimited. Okay, there's no cap on resellers, right? So that's one, right? And yes, we as founders are going to be resellers as well, but we're going to be wearing multiple caps, right? We're going to be we're a founder, right? We are a reseller, and we have another cap because we're also a customer. Okay, we're 3. Okay, a pure reseller, which comes after the official launch. Okay, when we start selling products after the official launch, person comes in now, they cannot be a founder anymore. So that person now will wear, you know, basically 2 caps, because first you have to come in as a customer, then you have to elect to be a reseller. Okay, but you have to first have to come as a customer. So that person now is wearing 2 hats, whereas we as founded member, we're wearing 3 different hats. Okay, which simply means that we have the greatest benefit potential. Okay, founders have the greatest benefit potential. Not everyone has to become a founder. Not everyone has to come in now. The smart people are coming in now, okay? Or the smarter, let's not just say smart because they're not dumb by coming after, but we are smarter, so we actually come in now as a founding member. And that's, in a nutshell, that's the difference.
Oh, sorry, someone is taking control of that screen and trying to share. Can we stop that one? Ooh, let's see that. You see anyone? Okay.
Okay, good now.
Thank you. Go ahead. Yes.
And if you want to bring money into it, right? As far as income potential, right? Then the founders would have the greatest income potential versus someone who comes after as a pure reseller. Now, it doesn't mean that person who comes after as a pure reseller cannot make unlimited income. Okay, they're going to have that potential as well, but there's going to be additional stuff that we as founders are going to benefit from going forward than pure resellers will not be able to.
Yeah. And as a reseller, if you were to look strictly at the reseller part, right? A founder, a person who came, oh, someone's taking control of this. We have to lock and kick that person out.
Do you know the person?
No, I can't see the name actually.
Someone who's put UK beside their name.
I'm not seeing their name. Oh yeah, I see you are. So in the founder section of our title, a founder gets equal the same amount as a founder, right? That come after. Like for example, if Johnson is a founder, but Marie is a reseller, that reseller price is the same to come in as the founder would pay the actual
for the product package, correct?
The product package. Now, from that moment going forward, that reseller that came in after the launch would also not have to pay the next month and the month after, correct? They would treat him in that same way as we do. They treat us for that portion.
That's correct, because once we move to the actual launch and selling the products, we are considered a reseller. So there's not going to be any different from a reseller standpoint between us as founders who are resellers and those coming in afterwards as resellers. Okay, there won't be any difference as from us, what we paid, okay, what's coming out of our pocket, etc. It's going to be same going forward, yes.
And the company will be doing all of it for both of us equally. Bring us customers, everything the same. It's just that we get extra perks as founders for other things. Okay, perfect. That's the first question.
Absolutely.
Second question is about the wallet. Okay. Some people are saying that we can move money from one wallet to another without doing KYC. And that's the only part I want to ask today is, do we have to have KYC on every wallet before we can move money between wallets?
Yes, you're gonna have to do KYC on all your, if you have multiple accounts, for example, let's say you have 5 accounts, you have to do KYC on all 5 accounts. Each account is independent, okay? It stands alone, okay? So whether I have 5 accounts that are all for me, so my name, all 5 times, yes. Or it could be my wife, my child, my son, my daughter, right? It doesn't, they're all independent. So each account has to have KYC on it, yes.
Because Michael, a lot of people are thinking that because they don't have identification yet, they don't have somehow, they were told that transfers between wallets was going to be not requiring any kind of identification. But that's been changed, correct? That now every single wallet that comes with a founding member account has to be done KYC, know your customer.
Yeah. Right, and so KYC, for those who may not know, I mean, basically you're gonna be asked to provide some sort of government ID,
yes.
Okay? Whether it be passport, driver's license, etc. right? And then usually comes with some sort of verification of your address. Right, so it would be a utility bill or something, that can show that your address is legitimate and stuff like that. Okay, so, but here's the thing though, okay, the company's not going to leave anyone behind. So, so there will be exceptions. Okay, so if there is someone that's in, a strange situation for some reason, we're not going to get into what the reasons are, but they're in a situation where they cannot provide that information. I'm sure there'll be some other way of being able to vet them, being able to, set it up somehow Okay, and I don't really want to go into ways other than just saying there will be options. Okay, there'll be options.
And last but it's not my last, but I'll make it up. Some founders, some founders starting to believe that that ONPASSIVE can actually track us, our activities, using a tracker system, a tracking system, right? To find out if we are attending webinars, if we are, wherever we are, they're starting to believe that. I don't believe that. I just want you to clarify for us if that is not how ONPASSIVE would determine who's active or who's not.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? People shouldn't get caught up into, oh, well, I'm not active, so I'm not gonna make any money. And because I think that's where that question kind of comes from, right? People are thinking, well, the CEO said, well, if I'm not active, I'm not gonna get paid, or only some people are gonna get paid and all. All you have to do was get in. We encourage people, it's not mandatory, okay? We encourage people to log into their back office on a regular basis. We encourage people to go through our network, and you can post and you can like and all that stuff, attend webinars, just pay attention, right? That's all we're saying. We're saying it's a real business, you ought to pay attention to it. But we're not gonna force you to pay attention to it, you understand? And if you choose not to pay attention to it, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna be compensated when a sale is made, okay? It's as simple as this, folks. When an account—
One second, Michael, sorry.
Sure.
They grabbed
the person's doing it again.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, it is what it is.
We're back now.
Okay, so the bottom line is this, right? When a person
don't know how to kick. I don't see.
This person is relentless. He's not giving up.
Yeah, we have to kick him out, and he's probably coming back. Mm-hmm.
So the bottom line is this: is that when our website gets set up, okay, traffic is coming, all of that is happening, and we generate a sale, you're getting paid. Okay, you're getting paid. It's as simple as that, right? That has nothing to do with, well, I did not invite any other person, so therefore the company's not going to help me. No, whether you're active, whether you're passive, okay? Active simply means, right? There's two meanings for active. Let me put it that way. There's two different meanings for active. Active is someone who's inviting others, okay? So the person's actively inviting people, right? Then you also have those who are active by participating in webinars, liking, going to the blog and liking posts and doing all that stuff. Okay, because folks, it actually matters. It matters to see, for a company that has 1.3 million people, we're not even close to where we really should be as far as attendance. We get, maybe 20,000 sometimes, right? But most of the time it's not even 20,000. Okay, but yet we have 1.3 million, right? So we're encouraging people to be active because it does make a difference when it comes to marketing down the road. It makes a difference, okay? But people choose not to, and that's okay. Again, it's not mandatory. But a person can be active by doing those types of things, as well as a person can be active by simply inviting others. And then you have the passive side of things, where in reality, you have two passive people. You have a person who's not inviting others, and then you have a person who's not even engaged in anything that's going on in the company, right? So the problem with that is when people are not engaged, then they come back months later, sometimes even a year later. Okay, where are we at now? Okay, but you've missed so much though. Who's gonna sit down and spend time with you to try to bring you up to speed as to all that has transpired, right? So again, we just encourage people, but no, the company's not tracking people per se, but the company is aware of people logging into their websites and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a possibility. To know who's logging and who's not. But think about this though, let's say I have 10 accounts. Okay, chances are I'm only logging into one account on a regular basis. I'm not logging into all 10 accounts every single day. And why would I do that? That would make no sense at all. Okay.
Yeah, that would be too much work.
Exactly. I would simply use, I use myself, myself I pretty much log into one main account on a regular basis. Others I do log in every so often, right? Every single account I have, I do log into them every so often. But my main account is the one I'm there, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day or whatever, right? So that should be fine. But people shouldn't get bent out of shape about any of that stuff, though. Just understand how you're gonna be making the money, right? And all people have to do is get in. That's it.
But our tracking system cannot tell the company exactly which founder is attending meetings when and where, correct?
No, it can't, right?
Thank you.
It can't, because I can come in onto a Zoom and I could be, maybe I reside here in Canada, but maybe I'm in Europe visiting or something, right? And so I'm using a different IP address, right? Or I could be at a friend's house locally. So I'm using a different IP address coming on. That friend may not be involved in all founders. So how's it going to know that's me? The company would not know that, oh, I'm the one that's on this Zoom, for example. They wouldn't know that, okay?
Yeah, and I believe it's the providers that have the tracking, that knows the name of the individuals at that end of the IP address anyway.
Yeah, for the IP address, sure. But like I said, it's not even something that's important, folks. It really isn't.
No, it's just because Mr. Mofari has said on some occasions that, for those who are active, he's going to do a little more, for them.
But he knows who are active though. He can see the people that are doing lives. He can see the ones that are doing different webinars, because he does attend some of those webinars and people don't know he's attending, or he has other people attending and so on. So they have an idea of who's active. I have an idea of who's active and who's not, okay? Much less the company. I do, right? So it doesn't have to be, your name don't have to be, oh yeah, everybody knows your name. Not necessarily, okay? Because there are people doing webinars, but they don't post it in the back office and stuff like that. And they're getting their attendance and what have you. But we do, as a body, because someone is connected to someone, right? All of us, we're connected to someone. So as a body, yeah, we have an idea as to, who's doing what where webinars are concerned. But what if I'm just doing email marketing? What if I never do a webinar, but I'm always marketing email? Okay, how does the company know that I'm doing all of that? You understand me? So
at that point, you'd probably be getting some founders in your team. That's probably how they would know that you are doing something, right?
If I'm good at what I'm doing.
If you're good at it.
So I know founders who spend thousands of dollars, and I'm saying why? They spend thousands of dollars marketing, and they're like, oh, I don't get no results. And I say, yeah, there's probably a good reason why. You've probably never been successful at marketing before. And you've been doing it, spending the money, and you're not getting any results, but you keep doing it though, right? And I tell people they shouldn't do that though. To me, it's not necessary to spend money on marketing now to get founders in. It's not necessary. I haven't spent money on marketing, and yet, I've been able to manage to get a few founders, right? So it's not necessary, okay? If you're good at it, go ahead and do it. But if you're not good at it, why not wait and let the company do it on your behalf? Okay, if you want to purchase additional traffic package and all these different things, you can once we start to help speed up your process and so on. It's just not necessary to go waste. People should not waste money, bottom line. Right? And especially now, why do that? Save your money.
All right.
Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right, Sister Madine, we really thank you. We appreciate your questions. We really do.
My pleasure.
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Michael Williams. You are really patient, and we appreciate you. We don't have that much time, and we don't want to waste too much of your time. Brother Gideon, please come along.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Benny, and thank you all the leaders in the house. Thank you, Engineer Mike, John Tambia, and Mr. Michael Williams. I have first an appreciation, because it's not easy coming up on these webinars all the time. Each individual has one or two things personally to do with his or her life, but because this is our business, I believe that's why many of you founders, leaders globally join us to share and explain things to us. Thank you very much once again. I want to just quickly ask this question because I've heard some founders saying or being confused about that. Exactly the physical products. I'm not asking of the physical products and in its entirety, but I'm asking if the physical products, the revenue from the physical products will be part of what founders will benefit from the sharing formula. Would also the physical products be possible to be hosted on individual founders' websites? So there, and then they get rewarded from the profits of such sales, or is it something that is going to be just within ONPASSIVE to handle and use it to run the company?
So what I would say to that is that we as founders will benefit from the sales of physical products, okay? As to how that is going to be presented, okay, that we don't know. So we have to wait and see. Okay, will it be part of the product package? Will it be part of what's on the back end from our website? Okay, that remains to be seen. Okay, it could be a standalone, okay, where the company simply takes in the revenue and shares it up. So there's multiple ways that it can be done, but you know, we can be certain that yes, we will benefit from it. Okay, but as far as how will it be marketed, okay, that we have to wait and see.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Brother Gideon, are you satisfied?
Yes, yes, I am.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Williams, for your answer. So we have one more to go. Carlson, come along, please. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes. Hello. Hello,
Hello.
everyone. I hope you do hear me.
Sure, sure.
Thank you so much, Dr. Benny. I appreciate your invitation, and I have some questions to ask. I am quite new here, and I'm so excited to get to know you guys. I think you are so wonderful people. I've been following you and listen how you give attention to everyone and you include everyone in the conversation, and this is so wonderful. I never experienced this before. I'm from Norway, and I get invitation today, by the way. And I feel like I love to be a member. But I want you guys to help me to understand to create some situation which I want to get to know before I take this step, because I feel like it's important step for everyone who has been a member in your company. And I feel that this company is what the world needs. It's put together everyone, and I feel like everyone is. When I heard everyone talking, it's like you guys, you are home. You feel home, and you are yourself when you're talking. And I also appreciate everything and how you guys you are sharing information. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike. You guys, you are awesome people, and I appreciate it. My first question is about to become member here. I don't know if I am allowed to ask all these basis questions, or if I have to talk to someone who invited me to explain to me all the procedures, but I would love so much to know much more about membership and to become a member here. I know the amount of money I'm gonna pay, but my question, after I become a member, what next? I have to attend every seminar and I have to invite the other people. How it works, guys?
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So the process to become a member, yes, you would be getting back to the person who invited you. Okay. And so they will provide you with their invitation link. Okay. So when you get that invitation link, it will just take you to a very short form. You can put your first name, last name, your phone number, the email address you'd like to use, and you'll create a password so that you'll be able to log into the virtual back office. Okay, so it's as simple as that. That will then send an email message to you so that you can log into your email and verify that yes, my email is correct. Okay, so you do that. That will then take you into the back office where you can make your payment. Okay, so once you make your payment, you'll have a non-disclosure agreement that's going to be in front of you to sign, right? And then from there, you have full access to everything in the back office. So you'll be able to see, our own network, for example, where people are posting and, different motivation stuff, encouragement, all of that, different recorded webinars. So there's lots of information back there that you'll be able to see at that point. Okay. As far as what happens next, no, you do not have to invite others. Okay. So the person who invited you, they're going to win, whether you join, whether any other person they invite join, it doesn't matter. They're going to win. But because of what they see, the benefits and how this can benefit so many worldwide, people are excited and want to share and invite others to participate and receive those same benefits as well. So that's why people share, but it's not mandatory. It's not, you don't have to do that. Okay, you can certainly do that if you so choose, right? And then it's just a matter of staying in the flow of things, being up to date, with what's going on. You don't have to attend every single webinar. Every day, 7 days a week, there are webinars going on from around the world. Okay, but it's not something that you have to attend. So you just pick and choose. You can look based upon your schedule. Okay, here's one going on Wednesday night. Okay, let me attend that one, see what's going on. Then there'll be certain corporate ones where the CEO will be speaking. So you certainly want to attend those ones if possible. Okay, if the timing makes sense, you certainly want to attend those ones. So at least you hear directly from the CEO. You can hear from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Okay, but that's it though. It's very simple. You put in whatever it is that you want to put in, time-wise, energy-wise. It's really up to you. But people fall in love with ONPASSIVE when they get in, and for some people, they just can't stay off webinars, so they're always, jumping on one whenever they can. It's really at your own pace. There's no requirement to say you have to do this or have to do that. All you have to do is get in. That's basically it. Okay.
Okay. Other question is that I will try to be faster because.
Can we close now, Rose? Cousin, please. You would like to meet the person who let you in? Please, you can ask more questions, or you can ask any of the leaders here from any of the forums. Right? The person who brought you can lead you to us. Please. This Zoom room is another person's own. My own got some mishap this morning. So we just want to close now so that people can start joining it, please. It is a French webinar. So, yes, sir. So thank you very much, our big bro. All of us from Canada, we made a big one today. Thank you, people, for coming. And we will have you again next week in my own Zoom room again. Might be that time, Carson, you can come on the next Sunday. I'll be doing a full presentation about ONPASSIVE. Thank you very much, Mr. Michael Williams, for coming. Thanks our global leaders for being us with here today. Dr. Benny, you can close it out. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Michael Williams, for coming. We really, really appreciate you. I know there's one guy who wanted to ask a question, but I pray that he can come back next week. His name is Moses Abba. Please, Moses, could you come back? Or tomorrow, on Monday, we do have roundtable. Could you please attend the roundtable meeting, Moses, and ask your question? I beg you.
For founders only, though. Only
Yes.
if you're a founder by tomorrow, you could also join. and
Yes,
ask all
please.
your questions, and you'll have 30-day money back guarantee if anything.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyway, I want to take this special moment to thank each and everyone. Most importantly, our Mr. Michael Williams for honoring our invitation. We hope to see you again if you have the time to come back to us, because a lot of people, they have a lot of questions to ask you, but we know that we don't have that much time. Thank you so much, sir.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Bye. Unmute everybody and say bye.
Yep. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you. Let's leave Naka with her room. Her people have started surely coming in. Thank you very much, big group.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Global leaders.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye. If you guys want to stay for French webinar, just stay
Stay
if
up.
you want.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.